Hello, everyone, and you are now watching Rain Talk. Please sit back and grab that popcorn and stay tuned. It's like having the best, like having an MSI motherboard, 8 gigs or 16 gigs of RAM with a GTX 1060, and with all that stuff. You imagine it's gonna have like what is it, like an i7 7700K? No, it's not gonna have an i7 7700K. It's gonna have the Xeon series on there. It's like, what? Are you serious? Like, that makes absolutely no sense at all. Like, how in the world I bought a PC to have a Xenon series on there? Not Xenon, like Xenon series, like the most low end card and the premium one. And I'm like, what? But it has a really good spec, so I just like, I can just take the CPU out and just sell that and just get a better CPU. Like, it's ridiculous though. It's like I was more expecting for like a 7700K, so I can overclock that, or either something even better than the 7700K, like 8700. You know. So yeah, and so this is another one that sounds really redundancy, but I don't know. A lot of people are gonna be doing this, but they have something called recycling. Well, I just said something. They have something called recycling. Okay, remember that recycling. No. When you guys are recycling on like sites and stuff, you guys actually will get like bargain out of it, but it's not gonna be like the most amount of bargain. You might get ripped off or not ripped off, and due to the amount of like money or revenue you guys are coming in. But if you know which one you're going selling it for, I actually sold my phone for like it was a really old like it's a flip phone. Okay, I collect a lot of phones over the period of time, and I sold one, and I didn't gain a lot. You might expect it's gonna be $0. I did not gain $0. I was surprised I gained actually some profit out of that. It's not like 60 cents. No, 60 cents. Like at least just give me another 60 cents, so you can give me $1.20 right there. Woo! That's gonna be easy money right there. But nope, it's not. But no, they didn't give me $1.60. They gave me like it's like for a flip phone. I feel like it was around like five or I feel like five ish. It wasn't really old though, so it's like five ish. And you more expecting it's gonna be like $0. They recycle it for like $5 and give it to you. It's like, why not? Why not? And stuff like, yeah. And people actually has like what is it, like old tablets and old phones or like old smart devices. Like, why not just sell that? Get the profit out of that, okay? Sell the other stuff like books. Get the profit out of that. I'm still figuring out sites right now to sell magazines online because I don't know how to go to Barnes and Noble and sell my magazine because I feel like I'm gonna get it ripped off because it's a big corporation. Then they know like, oh damn, this magazine gonna cost a lot of money. Can me sell it to you for very cheap. But yeah, that's literally gonna be in their head, but they don't sell it to you. It's like, okay, you can sell it cheap, but I'm not going to sell it to you. So I'm going to say. Understand that and stuff, but still figuring out where I should sell magazines right now. I have a lot of weird magazines. I got like car magazines to like trip magazine to weirder magazines like entertainment magazines to people magazines to other weird magazines. I'm still figuring out where to sell it to, and I barely look at them. And this is the first time I looked at them. It was like one time I got in the mail, but I never really looked at them at all. What is it now? Also, if you guys are trying to gain bargain and stuff like good cash, and you're like 6 or 7 years old, and you have an allowance for like you actually have a decent amount of allowance because you saved up a lot. The best bet: buy electronics first. Okay, buy electronics first. Get a bargain out of that electronics. So like sell the entire electronics. You get a bargain out of it. Maybe you're selling it for a flip phone for $5, or you're selling this smartphone for $5, or you selling this iPhone for 300. You add that up, you gain a borrowing. You start at 50, you gain a borrowing of $300. Now take that $300. Don't buy a video card right away, but take that, do it again with a phone, do it again with books, do it again with something else. But to me, don't buy books and then sell them again. You will lose revenue, not revenue. You lose the profit more on books than you lose profit on electronics. Because if you buy a book for like $100, you're selling it back and you're only getting like, let's say $32 back or $50 back. It's not a great amount. What is it? Phones, they don't really get a good bargain out of it too. But if you sell if you have an old phone and you need to sell an old phone, go ahead, sell it. To my guess, if you want to get good money and you know you want to get a different phone, sell the phone you already have. Don't give it to the freaking company, because that's really redundant. Why? They would 99.9% take that phone, sell it to a different company, make money out of the phone that you just gave them, and you'll just be sitting home with a $300 bill with the new phone you just got. If you can just take that other phone, sell it, make profit out of it, then use that profit to put into the bill, then you should be fine. But most of the time, I don't see that. That's how marketing works, or somewhat how marketing works and stuff. So, and also old PCs, like selling, like maybe like micro SD cards, USBs, old screensavers. Very common one. SATA ports, RAM, hard drive. Hard drive, they do sell hard drives though. They don't really care about like what hard drive it is. Is it running? But my whole guess is that if you're selling hard drives online, or either you're selling to a scrapyard, please wipe that stuff off of that thing, because no one want to watch a 4-hour video of something really redundant that makes absolutely no sense to them, or like a cooking video on there that you just forgot to even copy to USB. It's gonna be really awkward. Like, you're not gonna know. Maybe the recycling or some random person might put it in and open it up and see like all this random redundancy. Yeah, don't do that. Just don't do that. I don't recommend that. Yeah. And two, like, I actually had this weird question right now too. I was recently walking by. It's like this flea market. It's like technology flea market near me, and this dude, he has a lot of hard drives. I think so. Yeah, to me, if I go buy his whole thing, his whole entire booth, I feel like he has at least like more than 1,000 hard drives there. I didn't even see an SSD. Oh, and he has so many hard drives. He never even have a laptop in there at all. I was surprised. Like, how do we have so many laptop hard drives, but you don't have a laptop itself? Makes no sense. But like every single one you look at, is like the most common amount is like 250 gigabytes, 160 gigabytes, 60 gigabytes, 250 gigabytes. But I don't really understand, like, why the dude just kept it in there. Why you just sold it? Like, I really don't understand, like, why you just sell it. Like, sell it, wipe it clean, sell it, make profit out of that, and you should be fine. But no one want to sell that hard drive. Like, what's with the weirdness of people selling hard drive back and forth? Like, why in the world you don't want to sell that hard drive, man? Like, really? Like, you have at least over almost like 1,000 hard drives, and and the weird things that pissed me off so much is that he didn't put it in anti-static bag or anti-static areas. He just left it in one of those weird, those shoe bags and stuff. They just just throw in the shoe box. So he put it in a shoe box, and he just like literally chuck every single hard drive right on top of each other. It's like garbage to him. It's like, what? Dude, and you handing me a 500 gigabyte hard drive, and you literally just threw whatever it is back in like garbage. Bro, I put a 10 times dollar, like $10 bet, all that hard drives, whatever you just done to it, you just broke all of them, and you're trying to sell that. Just from chucking it back and forth. Like, dude, you can't chuck it back and forth. And with that, you put on something that's not anti-static. Why in the world you put it into a shoebox that is not anti-static? Plus, you didn't really cover the protection between the hard drive grinding the other ones. It doesn't even make any sense though. Like, at least put something to not grind on. Man, it just pissed me off so much. I was like, literally, and then this other kid right here, I was walking around, continue on the flea market, and then I seen this kid selling RAM, like good RAM, so like gaming RAM and simple like cheap RAM. And I don't know what it is in his head. He told me he was a computer expert. I was like, okay, nice dude. And he has like mouses and power supplies. And then when I start seeing his CPU and like RAM, I started getting really, really angry in like less than 10 seconds. I was like, bro, why in the world did you put your RAM on top of carpet? Number one. Two, you did not cover the RAM in front of the sunlight. Three, you literally you just threw RAM on carpet like it's no tomorrow. It's like you're throwing money on the ground when people dancing around you. It makes no sense. Like, why in the world are you throwing RAM like nowhere? Like, dude, you literally destroying RAM when you put it on top of that. I don't know what it is. I don't know any science between RAM and sunlight though, but I hope not because he left that RAM outside in the sun for like a good, maybe good long, good. I think it's longer than 1 hour though. Because when I touch that, I feel like I can cook like 2 burgers out of that whole RAM stick. Like, really, man? Like, whew, that is some bad flea market right there. That's why I don't go to flea markets anymore. I just go online. And that's my story on hustling. And don't hustle like that. That's a worse way to hustle. Just sell things that you actually don't want or desperately don't want at all, and just use that amount of money to buy whatever you do want, and you should be good. Right now, my name is Rain, and I'm gonna be signing out after this. And peace.